Yet it was the metaphysical presuppositions, not empirical evidence, that drove scientism in a naturalistic direction, which
Right.
is
So notice
pretty
the claim.
ironic.
Yeah, the claim is this is not, you're not doing science and you're not doing history. You're not trying to, determine what actually happened. You're making metaphysical assumptions and then placing that over what the things that you see and that you find in history, right? And so that's philosophy. That's not science, right? And that's what he's going to say here.
Right.
He asked, is this a sound approach, a frequent reduction of what is real to what is material? Right? Only the material is real, right? And thereby excluding explanations like God in the name of science is not the fruit of, and here's the point he's making, empirical science per se, but a philosophical construct, right? And if a scientist or anyone else dismisses the possibility of supernatural reality, he tells us, then she is offering a metaphysical view, right? That's philosophy and pontificating on metaphysics, no less than someone who simply assumes the contrary. So, when you make these assumptions, they're metaphysical, they're philosophical assumptions. Just, like they say, follow the evidence. Right?
Yeah, and he does mention this in this chapter too. Is it taking this approach to its fullest extent, you'd have to almost stop science because you could never let anything new come in to upset the status quo. Time is strict. Everyone is governed by the seconds of the clock. So you can't have Einstein come through and say, well, let's see what it's like when we approach the speed of light. We can't have that because that would be overturning what we know. And so having these new things come in, then we're just dismissing them away as, well, it's not current thing. And if it's not current thing, it must be dismissed as this aberration or non-sciency. So
obviously scientism, right? The idea that the only knowledge we have is scientific knowledge, or science is the only thing that gives us knowledge, has the same problems as positivism, right? That statement itself is not a scientific statement. It's a philosophical statement about science. And there are clearly other sources to knowledge than just science, right?
Right.
And so it has the same problem as we saw in positivism.